Ah, pork belly. Beautiful layers of fat sandwiching tender, flavorful meat. Most commonly, it's eaten as bacon in the West, which is really too bad. What? Bacon is fine and all, but what about braising it until it is tender and melts like butter? Kinda like this? Kakuni. I'll show you how to make it. Let's get started. So we'll actually be braising it in 2 rounds. First, we'll just chunk it up into big pieces and let that cook once with some aromatics, and then we'll be braising it later with the sauce until it becomes tender. So first, we'll just cut this up into big chunks to start. We'll cut it up smaller later. Large chunks, as long as it fits in the pressure cooker, are fine. For the first braise, we'll need some ginger and the tops of a long green onion. Obviously, we don't need all of this. I'll just break apart a little bit. And the great thing about braising like this is we don't have to be too precise. I'm not even going to peel it. I'll just slice this into long strips. Like that. The green onions, a lot of the time I'll just throw away this green part, but we're actually going to use it this time. So I'll take off the top and I'll be throwing it in with the meat. Everything for the first braise is ready. Let's get our pressure cooker out. And we'll put in our meat. Ginger and green onions. So we'll add just enough water to cover the meat. That's about 4 cups of water. We'll also add a 1/4 cup of sake. And add the sake in. So we'll turn that on a high heat. Okay, so it's just come up to temperature. I'm gonna lower it. So I've set it aside and I'm gonna cook that for 20 minutes. In the meantime, let's get our eggs ready. So with kakuni, it's pretty typical to have hard-boiled eggs with the pork belly. But if you've watched my channel before, you know that I don't just boil water and hard-boil them. I actually like to steam it because I find it yields more consistent results. So let's get our pot on with a steamer and steam 4 eggs. Okay, so we'll place our eggs into the steamer. We have our 4 eggs in the steamer. Let's cover and we'll steam for 6 minutes. Okay, it's been 6 minutes, so we will remove our eggs and shock them in some cold water. We'll set those aside, peel them later, and then put them into the braising liquid. Okay, so it's come down from pressure. Let's open it up and see how we did. All right, so smells so fragrant with the ginger. First, we'll get our pieces of pork belly out. Then we'll use a strainer to separate the braising liquid, and we will keep this. So the ginger and green onions have done their part. We don't need them anymore, but we will be keeping this braising liquid for the second braise. Okay, so we have our meat here. Let's cube them up. After all, kaku means cube, so we'll cut these into nice as even shapes as we can get. Ooh. Some nice big pieces like this. In our pressure cooker, we will combine 3 tablespoons of sake, 2 tablespoons of mirin, 5 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and about 400 milliliters of the braising liquid. Okay, let's put our meat back in the pot and then we'll braise that again for another 15 minutes. You can keep the rest of the braising liquid and you can make rice with it. Then you'll have super flavorful rice. After it comes back up to pressure, we'll turn it down again and come back in 15 minutes. Hey, if you're finding this video useful, leave this video a like. I'd really appreciate it. Okay, so it's been 15 minutes, so I'm gonna turn off the heat and set this aside. And while that comes down, I'm going to peel our hard-boiled eggs. So let's see how we did. I'm also going to prepare a quick side dish of nanohana. So I'll get my frying pan hot, a little oil and garlic in. I'll also cut up a little chili and put that in as well. Nanohana is very similar to broccoli rabe, which is my favorite vegetable, but I can't get it here in Japan. So this comes really close. So I'm just going to cut off the ends and throw in my nanohana. And I'll add a little oyster sauce. Give that a quick saute, just a little water to help it, and cover that up. Switch burners. It's come down from its second braise, so let's open it and see how we did. Oh, here we go. Look at that. Tender kakuni. They came out really good. Okay, so we're not done yet. Still have a little more cooking to go. We're gonna reduce the liquid and add the eggs. Carefully add in our hard-boiled eggs. All right, let's find a nice spot for the eggs. Make sure the eggs are submerged. Let's turn it on. And let's reduce the liquid by half. All right, let's put it all together. So last thing we need to do is just cut an egg. Nice color on that egg. And cut this egg open. Oh boy. Look at that. Very happy about that. Let's plate. Have a bowl of rice and let's just take a few big pieces. Put some greens on the side and our eggs. Put a little more of that braising liquid just to make it glisten. And there we have it, kakuni. Let's give it a taste. The pork belly has come out so tender. It's practically melting, it's so tender. It's so soft and tender. The braising liquid has a lot of great flavor in it. You can taste the ginger, you can taste the sweetness, the saltiness. It all comes together. This is a great dish. So give it a try at home if you can find pork belly. Seek out some pork belly and make kakuni with it. If you give kakuni a try, let me know how you like it in the comments below or tag me on Instagram. I'd love to see what you've come up with. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe for more recipes just like this. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next video.